So I stepped out of Chevy's Pride and Joy 2.7 Turbo Silverado 4x4 1500. What a joke. What a joke. I stepped myself into a 2009 Honda Accord 2.4. Customer states VCT rattle, a little bit of oil consumption, maybe a PCV valve. Bought the vehicle secondhand. Changed the spark plugs and the oil change. I'm on it, dude. Why is the cruise control light on? Cruise control light. Oh, right. She's got 104 clock. Not really sure what the service history is. Yeah, I don't know about that place. Road test and see what we got here. Great vehicles. This is when Honda really built well-built vehicles. Not like the current production stuff they built today. So the coolant temperature is hot in this engine. We had to say goodbye to the Mercedes. If you're not fixing your oil leaks, we're not changing your oil. Definitely don't need to buy a Mercedes engine because the oil cooler decides to completely let go after I touch it. Regardless if a customer signs the paperwork or not, it's still a bunch of bullshit that I don't feel like dealing with. So my first impressions at 114,000 miles are not bad. Bunch of suspension noise in the back. We had a Suburban, older Suburban in. Yeah, I'm shocked that this customer never said anything to us about the noise. Anybody looking for a beautiful home in Cinnaminson? Beautiful. In a flood zone, but a beautiful home. Right behind the shop. So duplicating the VCT rattle, I'd have to actually wait till tomorrow morning, possibly. Well, I guess this guy may have seen one of my videos, or, you know, has blazed YouTube. They're great cars. I don't know why people would trade in a good Honda for a bad Honda. Yeah, she's old. They just buy a new Honda and has tons of problems. Crazy. Turbocharged vehicles are not for everyone. Such a reliable vehicle. Shame. We're like, how can we build a car that's less reliable? Oh, you idiots in the engineering room, we want cars to fail sooner. We can't make no money if these cars don't break. Well, now they're like, everything breaks. So overall, not bad. One thing that bothers is the rear view mirrors showing their age. Not that old. 2009? You expect that in 30, 40, 50-year-old cars. It's quality materials anymore. That's one of my pet peeves when I get a used car. If the rear view mirror looks like that, I instantly order a new rear view mirror. If the headlights are disgusting, they get replaced. If they can't be restored to a new finish and stay new, I order new ones. It just makes the car look so old and dated. Really nice. The shift's great. Engine was quiet on hot start. I don't know what it is like cold start. He does have has some oil consumption. Smart guy has been checking his oil. I wonder if they're using 020. 020 does not provide the greatest bearing protection. Look it up. That is for fuel efficiency and emission standards. You're like, oh yeah, that's great. 020, 08, 016. Can't get my car to last 300,000-400,000 miles. Some of you can. Most of you can't. So anyway, we got a Suburban in here that's right. That Suburban next to that beautiful green 97 F-150. And he basically just said, I want it restored. I'm like, whoa, this is a big project. Let's break this up. Drivability issues, electrical issues, door lock issues, exhaust issues, brake issues, tons of issues. But this is a guy who trusts us. His father trusts us. His mother trusts us. He's like, yep, you guys take care of all of our vehicles, and I'm not letting this one go. Old 5.7. Basically bulletproof. Drove it in here with no oil on it. We were wondering why the oil light came on and thought it was from a bad gauge until I pulled the dipstick. There's no oil on the stick. Give her a fresh drink of oil. Keep on running. Wasn't even knocking or rattling. That's quality built material right there. Let's take the small block Chevy and redesign it. Should have just made the small block Chevy better. It wouldn't take much to retool the small block Chevy and make it better.
They have like a ton of fail-safes.
All right, let me get into this. I'm gonna go through all the motions and see what we got. I sent Rachel the VIN and mileage. Dude, this car's
VCT rattle? Who calls that?
somebody who's in tune with their car.
That's crazy. You think he watches us to know what a VCT rattle is?
I would say he's an educated consumer.
Either that or he is
VCT rattle, a little bit of oil consumption, maybe PCV valve replaced, bought it second hand.
He's a smart vehicle owner,
Tune up and oil change.
right? He knows what he's got.
Yeah,
This is how many people check their oil until it's too late.
not many.
He's got a little.
Well, I don't check my oil just purely because I change it every 3,000 miles.
Well,
You check your oil on the Lexus.
On the Lexus, yeah, because that's leaking. So that's been
I bet you this is original belt because it's brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just did a VCT job last week.
you know, Element.
Okay.
Actually, he's another customer that asked for it.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked too. All right, so it's time for headlights.
Yeah.
And then Honda goes all wrong after this. After this engine, they go right downhill. Right? That's a good engine.
Yeah, but I'm trying to look at the manifold design. Yeah. It's after this engine. Well, actually, no, this is still 8th gen Accord, I believe. The 9th gen Accord still has a good motor.
And their V6s are always good.
Yeah.
A lot of people like,
Until
yeah.
the newer generation.
Yeah.
Because they started having the bearing issues. Like Gina's.
From bearing issues from running low viscosity oil and running low on oil. What does this oil cap say?
530.
And then look, this engine has VVT. Like everybody thinks that VVT technology is new. There's a VVT solenoid right there and right there on the intake cams.
Mm-hmm. And then is that just
No, it's just a sensor, yeah. VVTs are nothing new, people. VVT technology has been around for a long time. Where they started making it worse was
This is an 05.
variable valve timing VVT solenoids with variable valve timing actuators on the camshafts and using the wrong oil. All for 1 mile per gallon, maybe. And more emissions friendly. More engine failure. And what year is this? This is old.
05.
05. And then like the first generation for Honda was VTEC.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. VVT started in the 90s.
It's crazy.
I think the V18C was like the first generation of VVT motors.
Like someone was saying something about Toyota's now using electric oil pumps. All they did was put a VVT in it like Chrysler and introduce more problems. Tires are good, links are good, brakes are good. Got a control arm over there that's starting to show some wear. A little oil seepage, probably from the crank sensor back here is what I suspected. Wow. Starting to show its age. Definitely had some sound back here. I wonder if someone was chasing it and it's in their struts. There's definitely some suspension noise back here. Not obvious.
But I'm saying it's the same principle.
Interesting. Good shape. Very good shape. One day she's sealed, and then one day she won't be. I wonder if that's the crank position sensor leaking oil back there. It definitely looks suspect behind that cover. Nothing major. Little power steering line seepage there, nothing major. Yeah, that's about near the end of its useful life up in there. Just getting there. Good shape. You know, I really like to see a car in good shape. I do. But then when you ask me to do my job, I got to give you the bad news. I could probably secure that and save its life a little bit. Not bad. Thanks for watching.